What's up, everybody? This is Jose with Oakland Latinos United, aka Oakland Latinos Unidos, the voice of the Latino community right here in the Bay Area, YouTube and beyond. So I'm on here with a new video for you guys to check out because there was a story in the East Bay East Bay Times and the Mercury News yesterday about an arrest done in San Francisco of three young Raza boys or Raza young men who were involved with the Norteños. And they were involved in several murders. And they were also part of a racketeering, drug dealing basically. And they got caught up. And the twist to the story is that one of the kids that was arrested was actually a community activist, which is pretty crazy if it is true that he allegedly did what they said. According to the story, they killed several people over the last 2 years. The names given here of the arrested are Fernando Madrigal, 22, Álvaro G-Boy Reina Cordero, 23, and Oscar Cuddy Guardon Diaz, 21. So they were charged with murder and racketeering and drug dealing. And basically, most of these crimes happen in the Mission District in San Francisco and San Fran Mission, those of you who know San Francisco. And according to another article, it says that they were members of the LNS gang, which I know about them. That means Local North Side. They're mainly around 24th Street. I honestly didn't know if that gang was still around or not because I remember hearing about them way back in the days. But according to what it says here, they shot a 15-year-old person named Devon Hahn. That was one of the people they killed. And they also, somebody else was killed in a crazy twist. They said someone else was killed near Candlestick Park. And they found the body in the Oakland Hills. The body was basically rotted to bones. It was basically some tree trimmers who found the body, and obviously probably those tree trimmers were Raza in the Oakland Hills. But that's pretty crazy, man. Says some other folks were killed as well, and says a guy was killed with his girlfriend was shot and he was killed. Somebody named Duby Ortiz Guardado was fatally struck by gunfire. And according to what I read, these young men, and according to what the newspaper report says, here's another one. The kid that was an activist was this kid right here, or this young man right here, Francisco Madrigal. He is the alleged suspect in the arrest and the shooting. And this is from the newspaper, so I'm not using, you know what I mean? I didn't go looking to put this kid out there like that. This is from the newspaper. This is from the Mercury News. Go ahead and look it up. And it said that he was arrested, and this is going to pause real quick because he was posting pictures like this on his Instagram. Hold on, it's going to pause for a minute. And, he was putting like gangbanging stuff and himself with guns and stuff like that. And bragging about, about being a gangster from LNS or, being a Norteño. And also, in one of the shootings, the car was caught with the license plates and everything. From a camera that was, mounted somewhere. And, show you more. This is all from the newspaper, so don't think that I'm putting any of this up here. Hold on real quick. So here he is loading guns. Supposedly he was trying to sell guns online. And, it's pretty sad. And this goes to say, what I've heard a lot of people say, that, this ain't the 90s no more. There's a lot of technology out there now. There's a lot of cameras everywhere. There's camera phones everywhere. There's cameras mounted everywhere. There's cameras on street lights now and on intersections. Cameras are everywhere. You're being filmed at every time. So it's not like you could just commit a murder and you're just going to simply get away with that. To me, I always tell people being a criminal, being a gangbanger, is not worth it these days because you will get caught. Because there's so many things out there that you don't need snitches. You'll snitch on yourself. You know what I mean? And I grew up in the '90s, and I remember back then people were more brazen in the crimes they would commit because you know there wasn't the fear that you're gonna get filmed, that you're gonna be put on camera. Usually when you would get caught, it's because someone would write you out or snitch you out or whatnot. But yeah, man, it's just one of those lessons, man. Don't go on Instagram and Facebook or whatever posting about you're in a gang and putting yourself with guns and all that, because this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna get caught up, man. You know what I mean? And this young man is the one who did it, and he was an activist. It's pretty sad because I used to be an activist, and I came from the streets, and I was around bullshit. You know what I mean? And I understand what it's like to want to change your life. But yeah, man, it's just the same old story that's been going on for years and years and years since I was a youngster. Norteños, Sureños, Border Brothers, brown genocide, Raza killing each other. And this is just one of many stories. One of many. This story plays itself out in every city. In LA, in the Bay, in Chicago, you know what I mean, in Texas, in, wherever Raza we are at. And it stems from poverty, it stems from ignorance, it stems from colonialism, self-hatred. And I just hope, man, I don't know what to say. I just hope, if they did do it, then they have to pay the consequences. You do the crime, unfortunately, you gotta do the time, son. And that's all I have to say. This is Oakland Latinos United. Jose, over and out.